Meanwhile, more details coming out on Elon Musk and what is happening at Tesla. He's either ready to go to trial or might settle to avoid going to trial. To securities fraud attorney Andrew Stoltmann. Andrew, if he takes on the SEC, what does he have to look forward to?
Well, I think he will have a fight on his hands since he engaged in some conduct that's pretty clear that he shouldn't have engaged in. But that being said, I think ultimately this is going to be a fine. I think he will pay a very large fine. It's not the kidnapping of the Lindbergh baby. Okay, it's not. And if the SEC forces him to resign and they remove him, I think you're going to have some really upset Tesla shareholders. You're going to see a massive plunge in the price of Tesla, and it won't be a good day for any of those investors, except for the shorts.
All right. Now, obviously, the Securities and Exchange Commission, that doesn't enter into our thinking. But if, for example, he is guilty of some of the things the SEC seems to be intimating, this could easily escalate into a criminal inquiry, couldn't it?
Yes, and there have been some reports that the Department of Justice is already investigating. So it's not just a civil problem he has.
Could you bring me up to say, what would we be talking about here?
We'd be talking about securities fraud because he intentionally made, allegedly, false statements to impact the share price, to crush the shorts. And that is potentially criminal conduct. And obviously, it's really, really serious.
Yeah, you have to prove it. If you want to make a settlement with the SEC, and apparently one of the ideas they offered to him, we don't know what's true. You probably know better than I. In fact, you definitely know better than I, is, 2 years, you can't be associated with the company in any management capacity. After that, maybe you can return. Let's say that was offered. He turned it down. Now it's back on the table. Who knows what's right? How would that go down? In other words, you're out of the company for a couple of years, but you're not out of the company forever.
Yeah, that might be the best long-term solution. I mean, let him get out of there for a period of 2 years. He can come back, and there's no question he would still provide guidance to the company. It's like a kabuki theater. I mean, he would do that. So the biggest concern you have with Musk leaving is that you no longer have his vision. If you let this be the solution, meaning you can't be affiliated with the company for 2 years, I think that's probably the best solution, along with paying a very, very large fine.
But you do clearly get the idea, don't you, as if you should have any doubt that he is so associated with this company that he's not part of it. Investors want no part of it, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's true. And I guess I keep coming back to this. Do you remember the Wendy's commercial, Where's the Beef? Right. Well, where's the board? I mean, we have a CEO who's engaged in some problematic conduct. Remember when he tweeted something out about the cave rescuer potentially being a pedophile? I mean, he has a history of doing things he shouldn't do. And where's the board? I mean, the board is the ultimate steward of the company. They're supposed to protect the shareholders, and they just haven't done it.
Yeah, and who's the number two if that ever happens? Andrew, thank you very, very much.
Anytime.